Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today, I'll be showing you how to create a switchable soul sand and magma block elevator for Bedrock Edition. How this works is very simple. Instead of having two separate elevator shafts to go up and down, we only have one. Right now, soul sand is the default block, so the elevator is going up. To go down, all we need to do is press this button right here. The blocks will switch down below, and this redstone lamp lets us know the magma block is in place so we can go down. So we take the elevator down, and then when we're all ready to go back up, all we have to do is press this button right here. The blocks will switch back, giving us the soul sand, and then we take the elevator back up. Now also notice that the redstone lamp turned off, letting us know it's back in an up position. And if we take a look back here, all the redstone is very compact, fits within the 3x6 area, and this build is also expandable to go down even further. To make this switchable or toggleable magma block soul sand elevator, you will need a 3x6 area. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our supplies. And there we go. There are all the supplies we'll need for today's build. Now take note, these are 2 droppers, not dispensers, and depending on how high you want to make this build, you'll need an X amount of building blocks, glass, slabs, and redstone. All the rest of the supplies will be the same. Now if you want to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Grab your supplies, and then we'll jump right into the build. What we want to do first is wire up our block swapper. So to do that, we want to come right down the center here and 1 block back. Go ahead and place a sticky piston facing up with a magma block on its face. From there, we want to come 2 temporary blocks back just like this. Get another sticky piston, place it facing forward, knock these out. Get your soul sand, place your soul sand right above the magma block like that. Get your sticky piston once again. We want to place a temporary block right here and a sticky piston facing forward in this direction. And then place a redstone block on its face. This will cause this piston to extend, grabbing our soul sand. And now let's wire up that bottom piston. So we want to come 1 block back right here. Come a block up like this, and then we're going to run a redstone line into this bottom piston. So grab your redstone dust, and then just line this up. So let's go ahead and give this a test. We should have a working block swapper. So there we go, the blocks are going to swap. And then what we're going to do later on is hook this up to a T flip-flop. Now that the block swapper is finished, we can go ahead and build our elevator shaft. So the soul sand will be our default block and also the bottom level. So what we want to do is throw 3 blocks in front of it just like this. And then let's start creating our elevator shaft. So come around right here and knock out these corners because we do need that for the redstone. And for this tutorial, I'm only going to bring this up 9 levels. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And right here, go ahead and place in your top floor just like this. And then after that, go ahead and place in 2 more blocks on each side right there. Now, down below, what we want to do is place 2 temporary blocks like this. Get your glass and run it all the way up to your top floor. Go ahead and knock these 2 blocks out. And then to contain the water, what we want to do is place a button here. And then a button right there. So there we go. There is our elevator shaft all set up. Now let's go ahead and wire this up. Now what we're going to do is create our T flip-flop, and then we're going to run that redstone line all the way down to our block swapper below. So what we want to do is grab our stone button, place your stone button right here on top, come back here, place a block right there with a repeater on top running out from the button, and then we're going to place in our T flip-flop. So we want a dropper facing up right here, and then a dropper facing forward in this direction, pointing towards the middle of our elevator shaft. Get your hopper, run a hopper into the bottom dropper, just like that. Now, grab your blocks once again, place a block against that bottom dropper, get your comparator, and run it out from the top dropper right there. And then, of course, we do want to throw 1 item inside the bottom dropper. So, just like that. From here, what we want to do is place a temporary block right here, a block up like this, and then a block down below. And then we can knock out that center block. Place down redstone dust right here, a temporary block right here, a block down like that, knock that block out. And then run a repeater out from the block just like that. So that is our T flip-flop. If we press it, you can see we have our redstone signal here that is on. And then if we press it again, that's going to turn it off. And now what we're going to do is run this down into our glass tower. That's going to go all the way down to our block swapper below. Before we start the glass tower, I must say, depending on how high you make this elevator, your glass tower may come out slightly different than mine. You may find yourself making some alterations in order to make it work. And then if you're running it down to level 12, like I did in my survival series, you'll need extensions. I'll show you how to do that at the end if you stick around. But for here, what we want to do is place a glass block right here, a glass block down like that. And the easiest way to create this glass tower is to place a temporary block here, 2 glass blocks like that, temporary block, glass blocks like that, temporary block, glass block there, and then above the piston, go ahead and place a solid block. Now get your redstone dust. We want to wire this up and take it all the way to the top. And there we go. That is all wired up. So down below we have the soul sand. If we press our button, that's going to swap to our magma block. And then if we press it again, it's going to swap back to our soul sand. Now that we have the T flip-flop wired up top, we also need to wire it down below. And like I said in the last clip, depending on how tall you make this, your tower on this side is also going to be slightly different than mine, especially if you're using extensions, because we're going to have to do a few tricks in order to make the slab tower work. So on the side here, go ahead and place down your stone button right there. Come around to the back side here, we want to place a slab right there. And then from here, we just want to create a slab tower going up. So we're going to come up like this. Place these slabs up right here, right there. And then we're going to get all the way up to the top right here. And then let's go ahead and place in our redstone. So come down below. We want to wire this up. Just like that. And what we're going to do here is run a repeater right into our top dropper just like that. So that is all done. If we come down below, we're going to press our button. That's going to swap. And then if we press it, it's going to swap back. We finished our block swapper. We wired up our T flip-flop. And now we're ready to place in our water. So on this block right here, go ahead and place your water bucket right there. And with the new water mechanics, what this is going to do when water is above soul sand or magma blocks, it's going to turn all that water into source blocks. So right now, soul sand is the default block. To go down, what we need to do is press the button. And then the block swap, allowing us to go down. Now you want to keep yourself crouched in order to avoid damage from the magma block. And then to go back up, we press this button. That's going to swap back to soul sand. And then we can take the elevator all the way back up. And now it's time for the final feature, the redstone lamp. This is handy because if we're running this elevator shaft all the way down, we're not going to be able to see which block is in place. Now we can look at the bubbles to see which way the flow is going, but where's the fun in that? So to wire this up, what we want to do is place redstone dust above this block right here. We want to come a block up like this. Grab a sticky piston, place it facing forward, and throw a redstone block on its face. Go ahead and place blocks right here. And then throw your redstone lamp in the middle, and you should have a block gap. Now we can go ahead and cover this up. So we press our button, it swaps to a magma block. The light lets us know that, hey, it's a magma block, we can go down. And then we press it again, the redstone lamp turns off, and this lets us know that the stream is flowing up. For those of you wanting to build a bigger elevator and require extensions, let me show you how those are going to work. So we're going to follow the same exact pattern here. We run our glass tower down. Now for those of you who don't know, redstone can run 15 blocks in strength. So we're going to come down 15 blocks just like this. And on the 15th block, that's going to power this sticky piston right here, which is going to extend this redstone block, powering this redstone line. And then that's going to run down to our block swapper down below. Now also notice that the block swapper is wired a little bit differently. Earlier we had a solid block on top with a redstone dust. But with the way this worked out, we were able to run our glass tower down and then finish with redstone dust on top of our piston there. So if we come all the way back to the top, that's soul sand. We're going to go ahead and press this. That activates all of our redstone. You can see this piston is now extended, activating this redstone line, and then activating our block swapper down below, making that a magma block. Now to come back up, this is going to be a little bit tricky. So again, we can run up 15 in strength, 15 blocks that is. So we come 15 blocks up just like this, up our slab tower. And then right here we have a sticky piston with a redstone block on top. Now the funny part about this is that when this extends, if we have our slabs just like the way we have here, this is actually going to push our slab up, breaking our tower. So what we need to do is run our slab tower out in this direction and then come back up. And then you can see here it gets back on track running into our T flip-flop above. So if we test this out, we press it, that works, and then we have our soul sand once again. And there you have it everyone, the switchable or toggleable magma block soul sand elevator for Bedrock Edition. This is the end of our tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.